Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Good accidental intro, Spencer. Caught the whole thing. Caught you sleeping, bro.
It's
What's
more
going
like
on?
I was starting.
What's that?
No, I'm just fucking around. I didn't know it was starting.
Yeah, I know you
Uh,
didn't.
no. What's going on? Well, I lost because I thought I was gonna get Nathan week, and instead I got
What do
pooped
you mean
on
a
by Nathan.
Nathan week? Bro's 3-1 now. There's no such thing
Yeah, I
as a
don't know.
Nathan week.
I mean, normally Nathan stops paying attention at this point, and people start picking up free wins.
His wife probably
But
said, Nathan, pay attention. This is for money. He said,
that's
okay.
fair.
Okay,
That's
baby.
fair. Said, "Damn, these diapers are expensive."
could you, we could use the money. We could use the diaper money. But yeah, anyway,
No, but
week 4 in the
he kicked
books.
he, he kicked my ass. I had an okay week. He had just a great week. So
You had an okay week. 109's pretty good. Oh yeah, you
yeah,
were saying you're like I would have beat this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. I won, so I'm chilling.
feels bad, but we move on.
Life goes on. Let me give
I
everybody
am.
our week 4 statistics.
Oh,
Uh,
I play you this.
yeah, we got we got the matchup of matchups this week, bro. By the way, you get, just to preface this, my name's gonna pop up a lot in the week 4 stats, so be prepared. High scorer.
This guy just likes to talk about himself.
Yeah, that's why I started this, bro. Come on. What do you mean? What do you think I did this for? To make other people look good?
No, probably just to knock him down a few.
This
The problem is you've never won. So you can say you're as good as you are until you actually win it. All right.
well, this is my year, barring any injuries.
You better knock out some
High
fucking wood, bro.
highest scorer was me, 133.4. Yay. Okay, moving on. Also shout out to mom. She had second highest score. She had Nope, that's a lie. Nathan
Glossed
scored
over Nathan.
129. Huh?
I was about to say you just glossed over Nathan. Mom and
Yeah.
Dad had really good weeks, so it's like,
Yeah. My fault. I was just looking at mom's score and I was like, "Oh, look, she got second highest score." I totally. Yeah, mom, Nathan and dad all with 120s plus. So pretty good. Pretty good. Low scorer. Can you guess who?
Johnny Dew dropping to 0-4, the last winless team.
Yeah.
I would
That's
like to also
rough.
point out I went back and looked, and he almost matched the worst score of the season so far, which was also him at 62.88 in week 1.
Poor guy. Oh, you know what? Since I was already messing with this and we're talking about Sean anyways, and we'll talk about Sean more. Let me share my screen with you so I can show you the video. I already told Spencer I made another one, but Sean,
No.
I don't know if you predicted me making another TikTok about you, but I did in fact make another TikTok about you. So you're just gonna have to deal with that there, bro. I'm gonna put that there. You ready, Spence?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let me slide this over. This is for. Wait, how do I get this in frame properly? Hopefully everyone can see this.
Somebody smell like shit!
Oh. Oh.
Somebody smell like shit!
What do you think?
Hey, somebody sounds like shit.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
No.
Somebody smell like shit!
So, if you're not as involved in TikTok and online stuff as me, you probably don't know that one. But that's the sound everyone uses when their players have a really bad week. And so they'll put like just images of like usually it's like Mark Andrews and it's just him scoring 0 and they're like somebody smell like shit and I get like 30 of them a day because everybody's frustrated with their teams on TikTok. So
I'm just curious if he's gonna finally just start setting Jaden Daniels just full send.
Oh,
We
yeah,
didn't trade him today because we couldn't work anything out, and I'm curious now if he's even gonna entertain a trade or if he's just gonna try and stick with his players who seem to be scoring the most here. I mean, Kyler put up a poopy for him.
Kyler had a bad week, and I don't remember who the Commanders are supposed to play this coming weekend, but I will say the Cardinals play the Rams, I think, and that's usually a good Kyler matchup, so he's got another tough decision at quarterback to make. RIP Sean's team. I mean, he ain't doing shit this year, right? 0-4. Can he come back?
I don't know. He's got Puka and IR, but yeah, no, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Let's peek at his team really quick. Where'd he go? Anything can happen. But I was telling Spencer earlier that if Sean can just get one win, he's welcome to come on the show and talk all the shit he wants about how he's coming back to make the playoffs. But he can't come on unless he gets one win. He needs at least one win.
Shout out to Ben, by the way, getting his first win. Hell yeah, Ben.
Yeah, let's go, Benny Do.
That was a good score, too. 95. Maybe his team's turned a new leaf.
We did say somebody had to win that matchup. Thank God it didn't end in a tie. That would have been insanity. All right. Where was I? Low score was Sean. 62.98. Sorry, Shawnee Do. Maybe next year, buddy. Largest point gap. Me versus Sarah. For some reason, I just wrote down 133.4 to 96.76, even though I had the number. I had the number, and then I forgot it was 36.
We are paying Buco bucks for our stat guy, and we can't even have them ready for the video.
It was 36.68 or something like that. I don't remember. Smallest point gap. I wrote down the smallest point gap. Hang on. Shannon versus Chris had 12.28, which is a really big small point gap. Am I wrong? Like usually it's like 2, 3, 4. 12.28. Like that's one of our bigger ones. Shannon was worried about that too. We'll get to her team. She forgot that Jordan Love was coming off of injury and he was still on her IR going into the game. And then we were watching the Packers game and she goes, "Wait, is that my quarterback?" I was like, "I don't remember what your team is." And she opens her thing and she's like, "He's on my injured reserve with like 30 points." Meanwhile, Kirk had what? Kirk Cousins.
Oh, she started.
Yeah, and she also had Matt Stafford, who I think she was trying to drop, but I don't know. Or maybe she was trying to drop Kirk. I don't remember. Most bench points. Would you look at that? Me again. I had 61.68 bench points. Which is
Debo on her freaking IR too. Trade me Debo, Shannon, if you're just gonna keep him on IR all year.
I don't think she realized. Sure, she'll make some changes here pretty soon. And last stat, most scrimmage yards. Once again, me with Derrick Henry. He had 209 yards. That's kind of hard to beat. Thoughts on our statistics this week, Spencer? Sorry for my chair squeak.
We gotta fire our statistics guy. We're getting a new one.
What do you mean? What did they do wrong? I thought
Clearly,
the statistics were good.
You was not. It wasn't adequate. I mean, you're missing half of the stats.
I had one number not put in correctly, and not even incorrectly. I just didn't have the math written down. Don't fire a statistics guy.
All right.
He's doing good work.
Fair enough. But okay, so you got basically all the points, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I was in 4 of the stats this week. 4 out of 6, I think. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Gotta relish it while it lasts, you know? I might lose to you this week. That'd be sad. Anyway.
Nice little bounce back. I don't want to go below 500 again.
You want to do some projection picks? See who's gonna win this week? Oh, actually, let me mute myself for a second. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody our projections or our predictions from last week?
Yeah, we ended up tying this week for both went 3-3. Both of us. I apologize to Dad, by the way. Both of us picked Beth to win. Dad had a fantastic week, got back to 500. So we both got that one wrong. Speaking of which, looking at that, I think that's the highest score I've ever seen a defense put up in our league. That's 25 points is kind of insane for our league for a defense.
Who scored that?
That's the 49ers.
Dad's defense? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was his high scorer on the week. What the heck?
Yeah.
Who did the
pretty
Niners
wild.
play?
The
Oh, they played the
Patriots.
Patriots. No wonder.
The lowly
Just
Patriots.
stomped them.
That's
Fucking
tough.
Beth had Taysom Hill put up 2 rushing touchdowns and die, and then she still couldn't end up beating Dad. I think that was the best score of the week for a tight end.
You know what's hilarious is I'm willing to bet that's probably the highest tight end score on the week. 14.4.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's my guess.
I'd be
Tight ends are
curious
just
to
an
see.
absolute crapshoot.
You just brought me to another thing I wanted to bring up. Speaking of tight ends being ass, do me a favor and go to Garrett versus Mom last week and see the insane tight end matchup that they had. Tell me what you think of that.
Garrett versus Mom. Hold on, it's loading. My internet's been a little shaky.
As everyone will be able
Mike-
to tell.
Mike Gesicki -0.4 versus Kyle Pitts 0. Holy smokes, that is ugly.
Mom was still able to put up 126 with Kyle Pitts putting up a 0 for her. Did Mom have Kyle Pitts last year too?
Yeah, I don't know how you have him last year and then draft again this year. He's just been dog doo-doo after dog doo-doo.
I want to say there was a quote. I forget who the Falcons head coach is, but they asked him, like, "Oh, any thoughts on not getting Kyle Pitts the ball?" I think he had 0, like maybe like 1 target for 0 catches or something like that. And the Falcons head coach said, "Statistics are for losers." Everyone's like, "Okay, is this Arthur Smith 2.0? Like, what the hell? We thought he was gonna get some targets this year."
No, yeah, that's wild. That literally, I didn't even see that either. She also had Zay Flowers put up 1.5. Dude, her
Well,
wide
Kenneth
receivers-
Walker had 3 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift finally had a good week. Who, by the
Yeah, I
way,
see-
DeAndre Swift had second most scrimmage yards on the week, 165.
Willikers. He's done like nothing. That probably matched his total for the rest of the year.
Oh, I think that surpassed his total. I think his other weeks he had like 3 points, 4 points, 2 points, and then he just puts up a 26. But Mom never gave up on him. Never gave up on him. Which is funny because I'm sure like 99% of leagues were like, "Man, fuck this guy. He probably's on the waivers in some people's leagues, dude, because he's been so bad."
You're talking about like baby leagues, not like 14.
Oh, man. Yeah, 14-person leagues. Yeah, no, you're definitely not dropping a guy like DeAndre Swift. I mean, he's starting running back for the Bears, right? But
He was probably riding the bench hard, but yeah, he's definitely on teams.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Anyway.
dire straits.
I just wanted to show you that awful tight end poop show, dude.
Yeah, that was absolute. That was ugly.
Yeah, not great. Not great at all. All right, let's get into some picks. We're at 14 minutes of runtime. Let's try to wrap this one up by 25 because we usually run a bit long. So, why don't we start like in the middle somewhere so that way I don't go last? Actually, you know what? I'll just put us. It's our matchup. Let's just do ours first. We'll go this way first, since it's you and me. Pull this up, dude. I mean, right off the bat, I'm picking me because I want to keep winning and I want to be 4-1 and I want you to be 2-3. And that'd be great. Although I think this one's gonna be very, very close.
It's projected pretty close, and you you banking on Justin Fields getting a bunch of rushing is probably going to bode well for me. Although Dallas did just lose a few players. They say if Michael Parsons is going to play or not.
I don't
saw
know.
that Lawrence went IR.
I don't know. But speaking about injured players, did you see that Christian McCaffrey has bilateral Achilles tendonitis?
There was a rumor like a week and a half ago that that's what the injury was.
It was
and-
confirmed.
Yeah.
And I saw somewhere somebody was like, next week we're going to find out that Christian McCaffrey doesn't even have legs anymore. They took his legs. I mean, who?
Yeah, somebody said, if you're fucking flying to Germany in the middle of the season to try and get your legs looked at, you might not be coming back this season.
Yeah. That looks rough for
Which
you.
feels horrible for, I think Ben drafted him, but
I want to say that's
Yeah.
correct.
it is what it is. That's terrible.
Any hope
It's
for
It's
you?
just bad for the sport. He's just a fun player to watch when he's
Oh
healthy.
yeah. He's awesome for fantasy and for football purposes. But I'm assuming you're picking you with your.
I haven't even really looked at the matchup. Right now, it looks like it's pretty even. You're projected a little higher than me.
I've got Tony
Um,
Pollard and Lad McConkey, who is emerging on bye week, so nobody there. But I was able to get Dontavian Wicks, and I'm going to play him with Christian Watson probably going to be out. And, we'll see. I think he'll get some targets. Maybe just get a little sneaky little touchdown versus the Rams. Should be high scoring.
Surprised. I think you got a little question at quarterback there, but I'll take myself. I'm really nervous about my defense, but I think the Chiefs are really down on weapons right now, and the Saints have been playing pretty sound defense. I'm also nervous that I have to seemingly start Christian Kirk in my flex because Devontae Adams wants to trade, and Joe Mixon might be dead still. I don't know.
Well, you have, Zach Moss has been pretty solid for you. But yeah, Joe, you never ended up getting, Joe Mixon's backup. What the heck's his name? Cam Akers?
I didn't want him, to tell you the truth.
He's
and
alright.
Yeah, he's not bad. I had enough running backs. I didn't think I needed another one, but
I will just say this. My entire week in, week out score relies entirely on Derrick Henry and Kyron Williams putting up 50 combined plus. So I lost
Well-
week one where they both didn't do great, and then every week since then they've both been like 20 plus point scorers, and I've won since week one. So
who the Ravens play?
they've got the Bengals at 1, which is division, which feels scary. But the Bengals are also not playing great football, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe somebody else on my team can step up.
I'd actually kind of be more worried about Kyron versus Green Bay if I were you, but we'll just
Yeah, they're
leave it at
pretty.
that.
They're
I
pretty
think
good.
we're
against
gonna have
them.
a good solid matchup this week. I expect to have a good time.
Should be fun. All right, moving on. We just spent way too long on our one matchup. Hard to predict Beth versus Nate this week, which is the matchup I'm on, because Beth's got Jalen Hurts and Saquon on bye, and I don't know who she's replacing them with. That being said, I think I'm just going to take Nate. He's kind of rolling. Nico Collins leads the league in receiving yards by over 100. Baker's playing really good, although it is a Thursday night matchup for Baker, so those primetime ones are always weird, but I'm taking Nate on this one.
And divisional, but yeah, I don't know. She doesn't have a. Can't imagine she's gonna start Watson, but maybe she will. I don't know. Ravens D should probably be decent against the Bengals. Needs a tight
Again,
end.
who knows if this is even their starting lineups, but I'm just looking
Yeah.
at the players they have. I'm like, I think they'll do it.
I feel like Saquon and Jalen have probably been carrying their team a little bit.
Yeah,
Well,
they
she
have.
got-
They have, and they had a bad week versus the Broncos, which is why she didn't win this past week,
Mm. Okay.
even though she only has one win this year.
Oh, I
But-
picked Beth last week.
No
and she
offense,
let
Beth.
me
No
down.
offense.
I'm taking Nate too. I think Nate's
Yeah,
gonna
we're
pull it.
taking Nate. Let's go.
Reigning champ drops to
Mo-
1-4.
That's like the Heisman curse or the Madden curse. You win the championship, well, actually, what does that make Sean's curse then? Because he didn't win anything last year. Maybe he's not cursed. Maybe he wins out and it's 10-4.
Oh, that'd be fucking nuts. Honestly.
Imagine. Bro's got to make some trades or something. All right, I'm moving on to Sean versus Andrew. Just because it's hilarious, giving Andrew. Not even gonna look at the matchup. You can talk about the players if you want. I'm taking Andrew. Sean goes 0-5.
That's so rude.
But it's so fun though.
Talk
Talk it over. Tell me what you're thinking.
It's projected pretty close. Jonathan Taylor might not play this week, which is not great for Drew, but he's still got James Cook. Brandon Ayuk's been a little bit disappointing this year, but he's still got Godwin. Addison back, who's probably going to get it's a fucking London game. But he's probably going to get more looks because Gardner's going to be on Jettas, if I had to guess.
Okay. I was. Wait, what? Who are you talking about? Oh, Jordan Addison. Who has Jettas in our league? Is that Ben? No.
I think it's Mom.
That's right. Okay, because I was looking at the matchups earlier and I was like, Sauce is going to be on Jettas. He might not do great, but okay, we'll get there.
I think Brees is going to have a bounce back game, though.
I did see a TikTok about Brees Hall last week, and it was, in fact, the somebody smell like shit one. And it was just his 2 points that he had. That was a bad game, dude. The Broncos-Jets game.
Oh, it was hideous. But to be fair, they were playing in some rain coming off that Hurricane Helene. I'll take Sean. Sean can't let me down for the third time, right?
You better knock on some wood. Did you take him 3 weeks in a row?
No, I took Ben last week.
Oh, okay. Best of luck to you, Sean, but we won't be seeing you on the pod. Mom versus Ben. 2-2, 1-3. Ben's got out David Montgomery, Jameson Williams, and that is it. Yes, he is in fact the one with Christian McCaffrey on his IR still. He does have Michael Pittman on his bench as depth, who he was smart to bench, but actually had a pretty solid week last week because Joe Flacco came in.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that progresses moving forward.
Honestly, probably the best thing that could have happened for Michael Pittman, but I think AR is going to play. The coach said after the game, he's like, oh yeah, he could have gone back in if we wanted to, but we wanted to keep him healthy or some bullshit like that. So I'm going to pick, I think I pick Mom here solely because she's got Kenneth Walker versus the Giants at 4:25 on Sunday, and if I pick Mom, because I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a good game versus the Giants, then I'll either be right or I'll be happy if Kenneth Walker doesn't have a good game because then the Giants might win.
Actually, more so expect Ben to get more points from that game because I think Metcalf's going to cook us.
Yeah. The banks were open on Thursday, but the banks are closed on Sunday, so.
Oh, so he remembered how to play?
Yeah, but actually, in reality, the banks have been open all year, so I don't know. DK will probably go off. If anything, I think JSN. We've been getting so against the Commanders, we got torched by that short area yardage, and I think Jackson Smith will kind of be used there a little bit, so. He'll honestly probably have honestly, the whole Seahawks offense is going to have a good game probably, so we'll see what happens. I think I'll take Mom here, though. Gut feeling. Sorry, Benjamin.
I'm going to take Mom just due to the fact that she's got less bye weeks to try and shuffle through.
Yeah, losing Monty and Jameson is rough. Jameson had a really good end to his game the other night, huh?
Feels crazy thinking that if mom could just get a tight end and a quarterback that's actually putting up points instead of Mahomes, she'd actually have a pretty solid team week in, week out.
She could try to make a trade for a tight end. I don't think I have one to give her, but what do I have?
Yeah.
I've got. Yeah. Oh, well, I have Hawkinson stashed. Maybe she'll want him in a couple weeks. I don't know.
Oh, you're the one that picked him up after I dropped him?
Hell yeah, dude. 5-head play.
All right. So
Moving
we
on.
both picked mom.
Yep.
Sorry,
got-
Benny Do. I still root for you.
We got Chris versus Dad. 2-2 versus 2-2. And Dad's projected to lose pretty hard here. 10-point
No.
difference.
I mean,
I don't know who they're projecting for. Maybe it's probably because his starting running backs are Kareem Hunt and Justice Hill. Does he have anyone else to go in? Oh, Tajay Spears is on bye.
and Pacheco died.
His
Oh, man.
he's got he might get Austin Eckler back. Okay, he might get Austin Eckler back. His dad's bench is so funny. It's just Tank Dell and 7 running backs or 6 running backs. Tajay Spears,
Hey,
Ty
it
Chandler,
worked
Jamal
for him.
Williams.
It worked for him last week. He won last week and had a pretty damn good score.
Dad, here's some 5-head. Okay, if you don't get Austin Eckler, if he's ruled out and stays on your injured reserve, your better bet. I'm gonna feel stupid if this doesn't happen, but your better bet is probably go Jamal Williams over Justice Hill because Jamal could end up with one of those goal line rushing touchdowns. Like I don't remember if he had one last week, but they lined him up like he was gonna smash it in.
Justice Hill had a receiving touchdown last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was that in garbage time because the Buffalo Bills got destroyed?
No, it was like in the second quarter or third quarter, I think.
Well, this was after Derrick Henry got his second touchdown or third touchdown or whatever he scored. It was just they just gave him a little rest. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
But
Dad makes his own
they've
decisions.
been-
He's fine.
They've been doing little dump off routes for him. It's not a bad idea to bank on one going to the house. But just in general, I'm curious to see how the Irving dude for Chris does. I was eyeing him a while back.
Yeah,
I think Chris.
I grabbed him in our other league, and I was trying to grab him in this league, and I saw Chris snagged him because I think I gave it till week like 7 before he's got like 65-70% of the carries over Rashad White or Rashad White's the starter there.
Yeah, I think that's Sean's dude.
I'm gonna take Dad here. Trey McBride's coming off injury. Devon Achan's been bad. AR is injured, and Malik Neighbors apparently is early on in concussion protocol, according to Brian Dable today. That's a lot of question marks on Chris's team. So give me Dad.
I'm gonna take Chris pending Malik plays. Malik,
You
does
can't
not
change.
play.
You can't change. Nope. Won't
I
allow
can't
it.
do that?
Won't allow it.
I don't know.
You
if he's
pick
gonna play
you pick
then.
a win, a loss, or a tie.
I'll take our first tie then. My first tie projection.
Let's go. We love ties.
And you picked Dad, right? I think that this is gonna be the closest matchup of the week,
I
though.
picked Dad. Yes. Moving on. If somebody this year or any year really actually ends up tying with the way our scoring is, I'll buy you something. I'll buy you a little present. Both people who tied. Moving on, we got your wife versus Andrew's wife. Just refer to them as the wives.
Look at my
Sarah versus Veronica.
Sarah's bench, bro. It's just bye-week hell right now.
So I did see that already. Gibbs, Dobbins, Goff, all on bye.
There's only players on our team doing anything.
Bench slots open. Stop that. Look at her team. Xavier Worthy has potential to go 25 plus points this week because Rashee Rice died. Also, Rashee Rice, not 100% confirmed. They're leaning on he didn't tear his ACL. They think what did they say? Just sprained in, I think they said he sprained an MCL or something. I could be
No
wrong.
idea.
I'm trying to remember, but they said he could be out 4+ weeks, not season ending, is what they're thinking, which is actually insane for that injury. Let me actually look at the matchups here. Josh Allen bounce back game. He's going to be big. Rashad White, Ramondre, Amon-Ra's on bye for Veronica.
Who's White? Who does Sean? Oh, he has Zamir White on Oakland.
Zamir White has been ass. Hence why Sean is 0-4. I take shots at Sean every chance I can get, dude. It's
That's
just
the shit on Sean Frey with you.
it's shit on Sean Parade until he proves that it's not shit on Sean Parade anymore. And guess what? If I start losing, you won't hear a peep out of me about my own team because, I'm selfish like that.
I got Wilson with a tutty for Sarah. I got DJ Moore going for 2 against his old team.
Wait.
Xavier Ward-
You're going to take my pick. I'm taking Sarah.
Well, now I can't take my wife.
I actually don't know who to pick here. I just wanted to interrupt your pick. You can pick Sarah. I'm going to take Veronica to go 4-1. Simply because I think Josh Allen goes crazy against the Texans, who I think have been letting up a decent amount of points, because I think Josh Allen is embarrassed about last week. So, what's the spread?
No
The-
sun god, though.
The over-under is, yeah, I know. But, she's got Lazard, who's been better than Garrett Wilson anyways, so.
It's a shit Miami Dolphins defense.
The over-under on the Bills-Texans game is a 47.5 line, which is pretty big. Oh my god, the Cardinals-Niners is 49.5. I've been looking at these more and more when I pick my players. If Vegas says it's supposed to be projected to be a high-scoring game, then probably is. The Ravens-Bengals is the highest over-under of the week at 48.5.
I'm going Sarah.
Yeah, I picked Veronica. Don't let me down, V. Or else.
Josh Allen's going to put up a quarter of her team's points.
That's what I'm banking on. I'm going to predict Josh Allen 34.16 fantasy points this week. That's if he doesn't get benched, if it's back and forth. Which, who knows? Maybe the Texans will get stomped early and they'll bench him again. Moving on, you pick Sarah, I pick V. Last matchup, we got our final undefeated player, Shannon Shoebrooks, versus the 2-2 Garrett Ciliberti. Is Garrett's team going to be a boom or a doom this week, Spencer?
Let me take a quick peek. Do we think Dak against the Pit D's already?
Oh, Shannon did change her. She changed. Okay, yep. So she no longer has Jordan Love or Debo in her. I don't know if she did this while we were recording because I swear it wasn't like that 40 minutes ago when I was looking at stuff. But she did change. Jordan Love is now in her starting lineup and Debo is in her lineup. If Tyreek could do anything, she would be very, very good. But, the Dolphins suck. I still think I'm taking Shannon. Sorry, Gooby.
Yeah, I think Gooby might have a doom this week. I don't know.
Boom or doom? Dak versus the Steelers D is a little spooky, huh? Oh, Garrett's still without A.J. Brown because he was injured and now they're on bye. No Sam Laporta.
Might be back after the bye. Laporta's been kind of disappointing too. I actually would probably consider playing Kraft even if Laporta was not on bye week.
Not a bad idea.
But she's got Josh Jacobs. The only question I have is whether or not the Rams. I think the Rams shut down the Pack last time they played them with Jordan Love last year, and I could be wrong though. Maybe I'm thinking of earlier in the year, and then they beat them during the playoffs.
That's why, I am worried about the Kyron matchup, but still no Puka, no Cup. It's like, okay, Tutu Atwell, sure thing. Whatever other Mirando wide receivers they have, I don't even. Oh, Shannon has Tutu Atwell. She got the stack, bro. Matt Stafford and Tutu Atwell
on her bench.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's playing either of them, but
I would consider Tutu over Charbonnet.
Yeah, that might be why she picked him up. Um, but yeah, anyway, that's what I was saying. That's why I'm not worried about Kyron Williams too much, because even if he doesn't go crazy, I think he'll still get enough volume to put up a good 15. So hopefully Henry has a good game for me. We both pick Shannon?
No, I could change to Garrett.
Don't change just because you got to be different from me. Pick who you believe in.
I think Kamara's gonna have a poop week against KC though.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I
I'm
see
gonna go
that
Garrett.
happening.
I'm gonna go Garrett. We have no more undefeated teams after this week. I'm going Garrett.
Did you hear that, Shannon?
Although I don't think his team's gonna be a boom. I think it's more like Shannon's isn't gonna be a boom either, and he wins a slow scorer.
Is your bold prediction then Shannon loses her undefeatedness and Sean loses his defeatedness?
Hey, in fantasy football, it's all about parity, baby.
You know what would be incredible is if, and I don't know if they've played each other yet. They might have. I don't think so, though. But if Shannon stays undefeated until she matches up against Sean, and Shannon stays defeated until they match up together, and then Sean beats Shannon to get his first win and give Shannon her first loss, that would be
Crazy.
That would be a fucking movie, baby. I don't know when they match up, if they have or haven't already. But anyway, I think that's the show.
I don't even know if they're going to.
Oh, not at
Anyways.
all? Man, that's rough.
I'm not sure. You're going down, bitch.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, pretty sure I stomp you. Like, I think I'm putting up. I think I'm putting up. I think I'm putting up 200 this week, and you're gonna put up like 45 or something.
Talk the talk, walk the walk. Go back into history. Who do you see as the league champion year one?
Yeah, I don't know. I forget. Anyway, that's the show. See you guys all next week after week 5. I'll be 4-1. Spencer will be 2-3.
Don't say that. Negative record.
And Sean will be 0-5. Bye, guys.